Hey, welcome to episode 1 of Kingdom Investing. I am your girl, Jessie Lynn, your brick bestie. And in today's episode, we will explore how biblical wisdom can guide our real estate investment and legacy building efforts. We'll discuss Proverbs 13:11 and 13:12, emphasizing the importance of patience, diligence, and generational thinking. We're going to learn practical steps for kingdom focused investing, including the market analysis, financial options, and risk mitigation strategies. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, this episode will inspire you to build a lasting legacy that honors God and benefits generations to come. Let's talk about it. So, first thing I want to talk about is, well, first of all, I want to start off explaining to you guys how I did not grow up in the church and how I didn't really establish a relationship with God until I got older. Probably until I would say about 2020. I've always loved God. I've always prayed. I've always done what I was supposed to do. But when I say a relationship, by what I mean by that is prioritizing God and putting Him first and trying to learn and pray and fast and just hear Him and hear His voice and get closer. So anyway, let's get started. So first thing we're going to talk about is kingdom investing and how to build your legacy God's way, right? And again, just like the intro, I just said, investing in real estate and building a lasting legacy is not just about financial gain. It's about stewardship, it's about wisdom, and aligning our actions with God's principles. So let's explore how biblical wisdom can guide our investments and legacy building efforts. So first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you understand that wealth is built wisely. Wealth is built wisely. Proverbs 13:11 tells us that wealth gained hastily will dwindle, right? But whoever gathers little by little will increase it, right? So this verse, it reminds us of the importance of patience and diligence and building wealth. And in the context of real estate, this means making thoughtful, well-researched investments rather than seeking quick profits, right? And real estate is a long-term venture. And by steadily growing our investments, we ensure that our wealth is suitable and beneficial in the long run. Okay. So in context, I guess we could say real estate in the context of real estate is just making thoughtful, well-researched investments, and it involves like several keys whenever you're doing it right. Number one, you're going to hear about this a lot in real estate, and I'm sure if you've been thinking about doing real estate investing for a while, I'm sure you've heard of the 70% rule. The 70% rule. This rule suggests that an investor should pay no more than 70% of the after repair value, which is the ARV of a property, minus the estimated repair costs. So this will provide a buffer for unexpected expenses, and it helps ensure profitability, right? Okay, so that's number one. Again, the 70% rule. Number two, you want to get a comparative market analysis. And what this is going to do is it's going to evaluate the prices of homes recently sold. And these are called comps. These homes, they got to be similar to size, location, and features of the subject property, right? You want to make sure that these comps are going to look like what your house is going to look like these comps. So you don't want to go and get some comps that is outside of the neighborhood, 6 miles away, right? You want to make sure you're within the neighborhood. And then you also want to make sure that you plan to make your house look like the other homes in the neighborhood. You have to remove your emotions from the investment. So you want to take those comps, you want to look at the comps, and then you say, okay, cool, this is how much homes that's gonna, if I make this house look like these homes right here, this house is worth this amount. And again, this is a CMA, and you pull comps. You can have a real estate agent do that, or you can go on Zillow or wherever you need to go to pull those comps. But the comps is the most important part. Again, they are comparables, a comparable market analysis, right? And then again, let's go back to the ARV. So this is your after repair value. The ARV is an estimated value of a property after necessary repairs or renovations have been completed. Okay. So you want to accurately assess the ARV. This is so important. It's crucial for calculating the potential profit, your profit margins. Okay, so you definitely want to accurately assess the ARV. By doing so, is very crucial for calculating your potential profit margins. Okay, all right. So by utilizing these and other research methods, investors can make informed decisions and minimize risk and work towards building long term wealth through real estate. So, this aligns with the biblical principle of avoiding hasty gains and instead focusing on steady growth and a sustainable wealth creation. Okay. All right, so that's number one. So again, you don't want to rush into it. You want to take your time. You don't want to make any hasty decisions, and you want to do your research by following the 70% rule, by pulling your comps, and make sure that you pay attention to the after repair value. Okay. All right. So you also number two, we're gonna talk about leaving a legacy. You're not, why are you why do you want wealth? Are you doing it for a generational impact, or is that why you're doing it? So Proverbs 13:22 states, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the sinner's wealth is laid up for the righteous. Okay. So understand that investing in real estate is not just about the here and now. It's about creating a legacy that can benefit future generations. By making a wise investment choice today, we can provide security and opportunities for our children and our grandchildren, fulfilling our responsibilities to leave a positive, enduring impact. Right? Yeah, that's what we're here to do, right? I mean, right? Or is it about you? I know for me, my why is always my family, is my children. It's always leaving, it's always been about building a better future for them. Okay. So let's talk about some core strategies whenever it comes to leaving a legacy and how you can invest long term and leave a legacy for your family. Okay. So as we all know, one thing that's very popular in real estate is the traditional rental property, right? So you're gonna purchase the property, and you're gonna find a tenant and generate ongoing rental income, right? Okay. And you also want to focus on positive cash flow, like long-term appreciation and all of that, right? So, and what I mean by that is, what kind of cash flow is that house causing you more per month than it is causing you than your mortgage payment? How much is this house causing you? Um, y- how much rent are you receiving? How much cash flow are you receiving? How much money are you receiving after you pay all of your taxes and your HOA fees and any repair costs and all of that? How much money, right? The next thing is the BRRRR method. You've heard about this a lot in real estate. BRRRR is B and four R's, right? So you buy the house, you rehab the house, you rent, refinance, and you repeat. And this strategy involves forced appreciation through renovations, allowing you to pull most of your initial investments and repeat the process, right? So you buy it. And this is like one of the biggest um the biggest I'm sorry, y'all. It's storming out here. This is one of the biggest things that we talk about whenever it comes to you owning a home. One of the biggest rewards of home ownership, even if you're not investing, is the equity that you build in your property, and you can refinance it to pay for your children's college, to fix your house, to invest in another property. You take that money from the refinance and you start all the way over again, and you buy another house. You buy this house, you fix it up, you rent it out, you refinance it, and you buy another house. And you keep on going and you keep on building and you keep on going and you keep on building, right? House hacking. We've heard about this, right? House hacking is when you live in one unit of a multi-unit property and rent it out to others. This right here can reduce your housing costs so your tenants can pay your mortgage for you. And excuse me. So your tenants can pay your mortgage for you. They can actually you can get up to 4 units, 1 to 4 units, right? And what you're gonna do is you get a mortgage, and your tenants, you live in 1 unit, your tenants can live in the other three. You rent them out, and you can have your tenants pay your mortgage for you. That's house hacking. And one way you can do that is like through FHA, VA. VA is 0% down. FHA, you can do up they is like 3.5% down. Okay. So that's one good way to house hack. So what a lot of people don't know about is like different niche strategies. And I tell a lot of people, let's go back to house hacking. I tell a lot of people when it comes to house hacking, especially like teenagers, you're young, you can go and get your duplex. You're in college, get the duplex, let the other tenant pay your rent on the duplex, pay your mortgage on the duplex. You know what I'm saying? And you can have some extra money while you're in college, or you're fresh out of college, and you're trying to build up your money and your funds and do whatever. This is a good way to start out, is with a duplex, or like I said, you can go up to 4 units, and they don't have to know that you're the landlord. You can put it in an LLC or do whatever. Me, I've always pictured, if I ever go to do that, they would never know that I'm their landlord. I am a tenant, and I'm gonna be fussing just like them, honey. Girl, what's going on? Your water? Oh my God, girl, you better call the landlord so they can fix that for you. That is crazy. Oh my God, I gotta go check mine, make sure I'm good. Anyway, another a niche a niche or niche. It depends on how you say it. Different strategies that people do are vacation rentals, right? um we talk about the traditional methods that I just named, but a lot of people forget about vacation rentals. Have you ever went on vacation and bought an Airbnb or VRBO? You rented these units. Yeah, I love an Airbnb, so I go in these. You rent them out. Instead of getting a hotel, you got an entire house to yourself. Some people rent out rooms in Airbnbs also. So this is a strategy. I know a lady who used to do fix and flips, and she started, doing a few Airbnbs here and started winning, honey. And she won so much she stopped doing fix and flips, and that's all she do. She do Airbnbs, and she make millions off of doing Airbnbs. So understand that. You have nurses out here that travel. You have people that do sports. Um she target like these horse shows and different things like that. So it's different things and different ways and different strategies that you can do. You have student housing out here. I had a lady call me one time. She said she had about 20 properties that she needed me to manage, but come to find out, it wasn't a lot. But what she was doing was she was getting these houses, and she was renting out the rooms, and doing providing student housing. And she purchased a property near a university or a college, and she rent them out to students. Yes. So yeah, that's definitely a good one, and it's a great idea. Senior housing. Same thing. It's kind of like it's not like a retirement home or anything like that, a rest home or how whatever you want to call it. It's just pretty much like a senior group home. These seniors, they are living their life day to day, but they have friends, they have different people there that they can talk to, that all of their resources, they're there, and it definitely saves them some money. You know? um Commercial real estate, you can consider and investing in an office building. You can invest event centers. Of an event center, people have birthday parties for everything. They have birthday parties for a 1 year old birthday, a 2 year old birthday, when your child turning 5, your child turning 6. Like, they're always having parties. You have weddings, and you have business events, you have all kinds of events that's going on. Also, other commercial investing is, office buildings, retail spaces, industrial properties for long-term appreciation and rental income. So it's so many ways that you can build generational wealth for your family, for your children, for your legacy. So many ways, so many ideas. And then the last one I want to talk about is being doing the on the kingdom focused investment is, we think about building a legacy is crucial. It really is. It's crucial to remember that our ultimate goal should be to honor God. Investing in real estate can be a part of this by using our resources to support kingdom work, right? Such as providing housing for those in need, supporting the community developments, and contributing to the growth of local churches and ministries. But I do need you guys to take a few things into consideration. You need to make sure that you do a market analysis no matter what. You need to thoroughly research the local market to identify areas with strong rental demand, potential for appreciation, and favorable landlord tenant laws. Understand that as well. And also think about financing. Explore different financing options, such as conventional mortgages. You have FHA loans, private money lenders out there. And also, again, if you're planning on renting out these properties, you definitely want to look into a property management company. Decide whether you're going to manage that property yourself, or if you're going to hire a professional property management company. And last but not least, you definitely want to look into risk mitigation, because you want to consider facts like property taxes. I mentioned that earlier, your HOA fees, your insurance fees, your maintenance costs, any potential vacancies when calculating your return on investment. And also remember to tailor your information, your rental property to your liking. But again, you can't put too much emotional you can't put too much of your emotions into it. Let's just say that, right? You can't go out here. You can't buy emotionally. You can't turn this house into your house. I know you want to make it look good. You definitely, like with the Airbnbs, you want to make sure you have a theme for the Airbnbs and do different things like that. But as far as these rental properties, the rental properties, you definitely want to make sure that you are doing all of your research and doing whatever you're doing. Okay, so let's remember, you want to make sure that you research and plan. Take time to understand the real estate market and seek advice from experienced investors, and develop a solid investment plan. You want to be patient, and remember that wealth built slowly and steadily is more sustainable. And avoid the temptation of get rich quick schemes. You also want to think generationally. We talked about that. Make decisions that will benefit not just you, but also your children and grandchildren. Consider how your investment can support your family and community for years to come. Number 4 is, you want to align with God's purpose. Use your investments to further God's kingdom, right? This could mean supporting your local church, investing in community housing projects, or other initiatives that align with your faith. Okay. And by integrating these biblical principles into our investment strategies, we can ensure that our efforts in the real estate and legacy building are not financially sound, but also spiritually fulfilling. Let's commit to building wealth. Sorry, all my phones want to ring. Let's commit to building wealth and legacy that our faith that reflects our faith and honor God. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have for today. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Jessie Lynn. I am your brick bestie, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.